In this video, I'm going to show you how to build an overhang for your grill using existing fence posts. Something I've been thinking about for a little while is how to, add a cover for the grill without adding posts into the grilling area. While the posts would definitely work, take away from some of the room you have, and also once I add a gas grill or something to the left, now I'm going to need as much room as possible. I wanted to make it as simple as possible. I think the total cost was about $60, just basic supplies, wood in the roof and some chain from any local hardware store. Total time, 2 or 3 hours. Longest amount of time was to cut the bird's mouth grooves for the 4x4. If you don't cut those and just use some ties, it'll cut your time down, but it's not going to be as stable. So the rest of the video I'm going to show you how I did it step by step. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks. Now I'm up on the raised area with the grill overlooking the fence, and I have the typical 4x4s that the fence posts are mounted to. They're 6 feet apart, which any standard fence should have fence posts that are about 6 feet apart. There's the far one down there, the middle post. I have another one behind me. What I'm going to try to do is run this 4x4 that's 12 feet long across all 3 posts. Then I'll have something stable to mount my roof to. I have the 4x4 leveled and sitting on the post. I had to cut some small wedges to make sure it was level all the way across. Now I'm going to go ahead and secure these with these 4x4 post brackets. I'm going to put one on each of the existing 4x4s. Now the 4x4 is secured with the brackets on all 3 ends. It's extremely secure, moving along with the fence. Now it's time to cut the rafter joists. The next part is going to be to cut the rafters and to cut the bird's mouth angle so the rafters sit right on top of the 4x4. What I've done is I've marked from one end 10 inches. That leaves just over 3 feet on the other end. That's totally up to you. The shorter you mark this, the more overhang there's going to be over the grill area. So it's not exact, just preference. From 10 inches, I drew the bird's mouth angle. So this angle down here, 73 degrees, 90 degrees, and of course 17 degrees. All the angles have to add up to 180. Most important part is that you have a 90-degree angle. What you want is I said the more incline or the larger this angle is, the more the rafters are going to sit parallel to the ground. The smaller the smaller number this is, the more the rafters are going to sit parallel to the ground. Obviously, if you went back to 90 degrees, it's going to be sitting upright. So this isn't exact, but as long as your measurements are close enough, go ahead and cut one. Make sure it fits, and then you can cut the other 3 using this one as a template. Now that the bird's mouth's cut, go ahead and place the rafter on top of the 4x4. Make sure it fits flush, and it does. Make sure it fits in the back as well. And again, the measurement for these angles, 17 degrees on the right, 90 degrees, and 73 degrees. This will give you a pretty low-pitched roof. I used the previous cut rafter as a template for the other 3. These are all 4 feet long. These will be the last 3. These will be all mounted on both ends, within 30 inches between each other. So I'll have 4 running equal distance to support the roof. So let's go ahead and cut these 3. Since the rear angle here of the bird's mouth is 73 degrees, what I've done is go ahead and mark the end of each rafter at 73 degrees as well. That way when they're on the roof together, they'll be perpendicular to the ground, and I can mount another 2x4 at the ends of all of them. You can go ahead and measure one, same as the others, cut, and then use it as a template. For some extra stability, I've added a chain on the back of the roof. This chain goes all the way down to the existing fence post. Just nothing fancy, just a simple chain, an eye hook down at the bottom, an eye hook on the overhang attached with a turnbuckle. That way you can tighten the chain to the tension that you need. Here's another image. The chain is almost in the middle of the overhang, right where the existing fence post is. Here's everything completed except for the roof. I'm going to put just a simple tin roof on the top, but you can put plastic roof, tin roof, even shingles if you want. However, if you put some plywood up on the top, you'll probably need a reinforcement on the back with a few cables or chains. I just have one because the weight's not too great. It's close to being balanced on the 4x4, so the chain in the back just adds a little bit more security. For the last step, I put the roof on top of the overhang. This is a 3-foot by 8-foot metal roof. It's about $30 at Home Depot. It's the most expensive part of the entire project. So again, not too much at all. Some people will say it's mounted the wrong direction. Technically, the grooves should go, vertical along the roof, but hey, this thing was already 3 feet by 8 feet. This way I don't have to use any tin snips or anything to cut it. A little bit of water will collect on the top, but just for an overhang, it's fine. If you're using something like this for a shed or another building, yeah, you want to mount it the right direction, but this was just easier and it worked just fine. Attached the roof with some self-tapping screws with some neoprene washers on them. The washers should prevent the water from dripping down from the holes, through the roof. I've had it up for a couple of hours now. As you can see, it's actually raining right now, and the front of the grill is a little damp just from the wind, but everything else is dry. So far so good. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, let me know.